Hello, welcome back in this second episode of my journey to launch SiteTracker.io. This is a tool I use for a while for my other SaaS business, stockpilot.com, and I find it very handy, and I think we can make a little product out of it and see where it goes from there. The first goal is to launch it end of January, and that for me means as a first launch that everything should be functional and working on the front end. Yesterday I posted my first video, and in this video I will show you what I did so far since yesterday. And today I work mainly on the login and sign up flow, and I want to show you what I did and show you through the code. So let's dive in. So what we have is a sign up form. So we have /signup. And I work in Django, and that's quite convenient for me to create these kind of forms very quickly, and everything is very well authenticated. So it saves me a lot of time. And I'm not really familiar with other frameworks. I'm sure they're all very good, but I'm very used to Django, and I always work with jQuery in the front end or some vanilla JavaScript, and that's kind of my go-to, and I can produce very fast in it. So let's see. We need an organization name. John Doe, and if I do 1, 2, 3, this will say it's not matching. If you do 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, probably must be stronger. And so all the checks are there. So let's do a difficult one. I want to copy it immediately. It will also say already exists, so let me remove that if I can still get into the demonstration. Here we are. See, so let's remove this user. And in Django you always have one user that, or one, but at least one that is the super user, and with that one I can manage the whole backend. So. And I don't know how that goes with other frameworks, but this is how I know it. So, difficult password again, one that I want to save for. And CSRF token is also there with Django, but we have to reload the page because we have so many. There we go. Hopefully this one works. Took a while. Organization cannot be empty. How is it empty? Yeah, this what you see when you develop is always something. It's endless, but so it's removing the organization. That's not good. Let's see. It's not, yeah, what I did, I can show you. So in Django you make a form, so I have forms here, and I do some checks, and this is the best way to enter before class, Pythonic way. But yeah, we do 2 checks, all kinds of checks, but this form has an organization name that I want, but this form is working with the user model. So we have an abstract user model, and this user has a foreign key to the organization, and the organization hangs above the user. So and then we have the possibility this way to have multiple users. So that's why I built this organization. And the organization has a token. That's just a token to be able to use the JavaScript file in the client side, and it's linked to an API REST framework. But for now, because we want to create an organization first, I added just an input field here, and that's not part of the form. So I have to do this a little bit differently, because we have to get it from the request post, and now it tries to get it from the form to clean data. I think this will solve it. let's see. Yeah, the organization name is correct. This is correct. Oh yeah, so .get. Now we just get it from the request post. And then if it's not the organization name, we throw an error, cannot be empty, redirect to Signup. Yeah, this is other way of this one is, I think, better to use, but let's see how that. I love Copilot. And then something with refer or something. Yeah, so good old me still using Stack Overflow sometimes. Most of the times, of course, this I want to use. So from Stack Overflow this time we redirect to ourselves to the domain we are, and otherwise we move on. And then we create the organization, and then we hang it on the user that's just created, and we send an activation email. When the activation email is sent, we make a token. That token, so this is the redirect to the page of the activation sent. And then when the user activates, we check if the generated token the same way is the same as the token we sent in the email. If that's true, we activate the user and we go to the dashboard. Else, we say activation invalid. That's kind of what we do. So this I created today. Let's see if we can get it working again. Everyone is removed, yes, so close, start again. Why is this? Yeah. So let's keep it empty to check. Organization cannot be empty. A, B, C. John, go. Yeah. There we go, it works. So we have sent an activation email. Click here to login. So we go to login, but we cannot do anything. We can try. It should not allow us, so you never know. Let's see if we. No, and we should have some messaging here, but that I will add later. But at least we cannot get in. Then we go with our super user. Yeah, ABC is generated, token is generated, user is generated, yes, and it's not active yet. Then what we do is go to our email. Will be one of these emails. The newest is this one. So as you can see, this token is in the URL, and that's how we get it. That's how we check if user is that user. So shit. Let's see. I think I forgot the password already. I don't have an. Now we get in. Is that true? Yeah, it's active now, so it's not fully correct, but it works. There are a few things that I still have to solve, but this in the basis works. So what I want to do next, yesterday so what SiteTracker does, we can dive a little bit deeper into the application. You have a dashboard. I don't know what to show there yet, but that will solve itself. But we have an tracking, and in the tracking you can add a domain. That's not there yet, but we will add that. Let me just add a button there. How can I do that best on my screen? It's okay. I'm sorry for the equipment. It's just I'm just starting, so. Keep the light here above, and it's raw. tracker detail. No. We have to go to domains. That's this page. And on domains, we want to have a create button. And I have a create button here somewhere, I guess, in the list. Yeah. So we just copy this one, remove all this stuff. Domains, yes. Should be like this, I guess. Yeah, and this, and block. And we say domains, create, add new domain, I would say. And then let's just point to nowhere. Okay, so add new domain. I guess we do like a pop-up where you add, now let's see what the domain has, we can do that already. So let's get a model. I always need, that's how we do it. Oh. I should already know how to do it, but okay. New domain model. That's what I always like light. Just my style. That's the, I don't know if there's a right way or wrong way here, but, and then I add this one here for now. This we can get rid of. So let's see what we have now. Well, help me. Add new domain, create new domain. So we need a few fields there. Domain register, that's the model I want to populate or create. So we need a name, a domain, unique ID I create while saving, and organization we create while saving, created, updated also. So we only need a name and domain. So sounds easy. Often I just use inputs. In Django you can do everything with forms, but honestly I call me lazy, but yeah, and this one, there's a thing, you can add multiple domains to a domain. So what I do to show you, we go to my admin and we go to a domains. So here you can see, for example, and this is especially handy when you have like multi-language domains. For example, you have stockpilot.nl and it, or com.nl, I believe, or it is NL. People come in like this, or and it points to the same. So that's why I allow multiple domains. Like it's comma separated, and then we create a list and we check. We do our checks on that. So probably I want to have something like a button like add another domain. You know. Let's see how this looks. It's more like outlining it. Later we will fill it out. I might do that tomorrow or tonight. But yeah, so just for the ID here. Yeah, so like a button like add another domain, and we can add multiple, the domain name, and then we can create it. So that's, I will create a little function and some routing, so at least create domain, and then we need IDs, I guess, or not. We can do a form around it. I do that later. just to set it up. Well, for now. And then we need a URL, create domain, quickly, domain. And I'm always use function-based views. Other people love class-based, but this is kind of the way I am used to it, so I never changed. And let's see, chill. That's there, and success. So, and then we yeah, something like this. We can do that later. For now, use this, and then we say domain. There we are. Great. So we have the URL, the routing is all there. Create domain. Let me say. The Django way. Create domain. So I will later build the functionality, but this is the basic idea. We create a new domain, and the thing is, when we create a new domain, I also want to have a function here that says create root labels or something. I have to, the names are, and then we say domain. The domain is still none, so. And create root labels. I think we make maybe if we can always refactor later. But create domain by initial data setup is maybe a little bit handier, better. From some utils also good, yeah. No. Create domain. Domain. Return. And what we do here is, I think, from tracker.models import a refer label and refer rule, and or maybe with a JSON file, but we have to create a few basic labels. So for example, when we go to a domain that's already existing, we have some kind of error. Cannot import name, initial data setup. Yeah, okay. Why don't I see anything? Now let's go to the other application and I can show you how that. So the idea is that we, I think we will add direct, organic, and Google paid. Those domains, those rules we can already add, and those rules we use for the following. In SiteTracker, I think I showed you yesterday in a video. In SiteTracker, we are able to store parameters and values over cross domains. So, for example, someone comes in from, so that's what we track. For example, we have a Google paid. We click this one. So someone came in from this URL, and that's a paid URL on Google, and we have this little rule that says if there is like an let me explain this. For example, rules paid. So you could say, for example, if the domain that the client is coming from contains this value, yeah, then it is Google paid. And we can do many rules, like if else, so you have contains, does not contain, exact match, and also operator and or. And you can the order, so you can also, that functionality are already built, so we can walk through that later if there's anyone interested in that. But that's just what we check, and based on that we decide where users come from. So we give them labels. And it's all dynamic, but these labels are important for people that would use this application, because then we could say like, oh, this label, and then export to Excel, for example, and then you can compare that against the cost you made. For example, for me with Stockpilot it's important, I paid for this click. What did this user do? So at least we know he came in paid, but then I see he just went to one page and he stopped. But we also track with the same user, because they create a session ID. We also store metadata through an API, metadata signup, for example, and then we know if someone signed up. So here you see the whole path they went through. Doesn't look very nice, but it's functional. And then the moment they signed up, we sent the metadata. Sign up is true, trial is true when they activated the account. And then we also changed the name. These are all generic names, as you could see, like anyone. If I go to this, let me refresh this. If I go to this one, is all like Ancient Jam. There's just two lists we go through and we create names. And we can also always change them. But this is the real organization name that registered. So that's kind of the functionality that we work around and that we want to publish. And also, yeah, so what I want to do is, I'm a bit a bit far out now, but the thing is that we have this these referrers, these rules, and I think when someone creates a domain, the direct, paid and organic should already be there. That's all I want to say, because everyone probably will use Google paid and organic and direct. So that's it, and then they can add more labels. There's also functionality we have to build. How do we do that? I think we can already outline that as well, so it's done. If we have the tracker list, we have, let me see, our tracker list, date range. Okay, we are here then. So just add a button, see what happens. I think we don't do that here. I think we do it here. Yeah, so we have settings, we say refer labels, and then we do an input field here that I can add more and just create rules with a pop-up, a model. Also we have functionality that you can exclude IP addresses, which is handy when you yourself visit your own website a lot and you want to exclude that, or your team members. And parameters. Let's see how we... Yeah, so that's the setting they've, and maybe changed domain name, of course. So name, and URL, something like this. So that's people should be able to save this, of course. So that's it for now, I think. What I will do next is create a settings page and also add the new domain functionality. And when that's done, I will check in with you guys again. I will probably be tomorrow. And then if you like this video, let me know, because it's the first time I do something like this. It's a bit bad quality, I guess, but hopefully you like it and enjoy it. And feedback will be very cool. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Cheers.